for Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Liton-Calao, and here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy leaves, let it! Interval puts it on. Unbelievable! Gemma on the left side. Oh, a pass! Stopping another one! Bacunas rejecting Espejo for the win.
Two championships. The PLDT high-speed hitters sweep their way to yet another title shortly after dominating the PVL on tour.
This time, PLDT ruled the PVL Invitational. A look into their final match in this report.
The PLDT high-speed hitters.
For the second straight conference, PLDT proved once again why they're the new team to beat in the PVL. The high-speed hitters are the new champions of the PVL Invitational, capping off their sweep of the conference by beating Kobe Shinhwa University in the final.
And Mika Reyes with 11. Blocked by Malaluan, and it's now the biggest lead.
It was a hard-fought victory over the Japanese guest team, but after dropping the opening frame, PLDT turned to Savvy Davison, Kiana D, and rookie Aliyah Malaluan to steady the ship.
They want to stay alive in this championship match. Reyes!
The high-speed hitters erased several deficits in both the second and third sets before dominating the fourth.
Perfect dig. Komatsuda blocked, and it's a block point.
And once again, KKD delivered the kill block that ultimately sealed the win. Final score 21-25, 31-29, 25-22, 25-18.
Mahirap na mahirap lalo ng first set. Pero siguro dahil may mga bases na kami nung mahihirap din na nakatulong sa amin na iraras. So naging ganun lang talaga ulit yung mentality, yung one point at a time lang talaga kami. Pero yun nga, sobrang proud din ako na ginapang ng players, saka happy ako na from on tour na wala sila alas players na nabigyan ko rin sila ng championship ngayon.
Thank you, Josh. And finals MVP, Kat Arano with 22 excellent victories.
Davison led the way in scoring with 20 points on 19 attacks and an ace. But it was PLDT captain Kath Arado who made history as the first libero to be named PVL Finals MVP. Arado finished with 22 excellent digs in the championship match.
Parang kulang yung proud, yung word na proud talaga. Yung na-feel ko ngayon talaga. Kasi alam talaga namin din siya magiging madali for us. Kasi knowing, tsaka yung nakita naman yung mga games nila, previous games nila, bago kami. Talagang grabe yung pasensya nila, yung tiyaga nila, na ilaban every point. So talagang kailangan namin yun tapatan or higitan, na hindi kami mauubusan ng pasensya. So ganun talaga, sobrang proud lang talaga ako.
PLDT is just the third team to claim multiple titles in the PVL, joining powerhouses Creamline and Petrogas. The high-speed hitters have also extended their franchise best winning streak to 13 games, with back-to-back sweeps of the PVL on tour and the Invitational.
Now, besides the championship, PLDT had another reason to celebrate as Savvy Davison was named Most Valuable Player of the PVL Invitational. Not only is this her first ever MVP trophy, the Phil-Canadian star is also the only PLDT player in PVL history to receive a conference MVP award. Davison ranked among the league's best on both sides of the court. She finished third in total scoring with 94 points off 81 kills, 9 blocks, and 4 aces. She also placed second in spiking efficiency at nearly 39%. Third in service, 6th in blocking, and 7th in reception. With back-to-back titles and MVP awards to her name, Davison knows the challenge now lies on staying hungry in the conferences to come.
think the hard part now is just not to get comfortable. A lot of people make it great and then kind of fall off. So I think our job from here on out is not to kind of look back and see how hard, like obviously recognize how hard it was to get here, but what it looks like from here on out. There's going to be a lot more sacrifices, a lot more days that we don't want to show up, but we do, a lot more blood, sweat, and tears. So all I can speak about is, how we can maintain that going forward and, how we can thrive from here on out. Well, I missed the first one. They were actually in lower box. That was considered Patriot. It was a little bit far. So I had to go up. But, I mean, they're a big reason why I'm here. They're the closest I can get to my mom right now, so I feel like sharing this moment with them and, having them support me through, when I even started volleyball is a big thing, and to finally come back full circle and have this moment in front of them means a lot to me, so I'm glad that I can, share it with them and, have them part of the journey.
Here are the other individual award winners in the 2025 PVL Invitational. Creamline's Gemma Galanza and Kobe Shinwa's Nagisa Komatsuda were named Best Outside Hitters. This is Galanza's 6th career award, and it comes after she finished 2nd in scoring with 99 points. Komatsuda topped the field with 104 markers and a nearly 40% spiking rate. Cherry Tigo's Ara Galang bagged her first individual award as Best Opposite Spiker. Another cool smasher, Pangs Panaga, claimed her 8th Best Middle Blocker trophy, along with rookie Riza Nogales of Zeus Coffee, who won her first award in her career. On defense, PLDT's Kath Arado earned her 5th Best Libero citation. Arado led all players in digging and ranked 2nd in reception. Lastly, Kobe Shinwa's Sakura Furuta was named Best Setter with nearly 6 excellent sets per frame.
Meantime, the Creamline Cool Smashers keep their podium streak alive, and they did it in dominant fashion. The Cool Smashers swept the Cherry Tigo crossovers in the bronze medal match of the PVL Invitational 25-15, 25-13, 25-22. It was a total team effort, led by Michelle Gumabao and her 15 points. Gemma Galanza added 12 markers, Eliza Valdez chipped in with 9, and Pangs Panaga tallied 7. The win extends Creamline's remarkable streak to 19 straight podium finishes in the PVL. But even with another medal, Gumabao said the team still needs to reflect and improve after missing the finals for the 2nd straight time.
Super excited din lahat kung makaka-podium ba kami. Kami din naman, yun naman yung pinipilit namin. So sabi nga ni Coach, whether pinaglalabanan namin yung championship or yung 3rd place, kailangan pareho talaga yung intensity namin. And I think nabigay naman ng lahat ng tao ng team today, kahit yung mga hindi nakita maglaro, they were present and talagang focus talaga lahat. So it was really team effort and kasama na rin talaga yung energy ng mga fans kanina. Sa akin siguro, ang dami pa namin pwedeng gawin, ang dami pa namin pwedeng i-adjust sa sarili namin and as a team. So, hindi talaga nagtatapos yung trabaho namin dito, kahit nga 19 na yung podium. Ang laki pa rin talaga ng improvement ng team namin, especially na tatagdag na kami ngayon ng mga bago. So, trabaho lang kami and hard work ngayong off-season for the next conference.
Coming up, of course we've got some tennis for you, as the superstars slowly separate themselves from the rest of the pack in the US Open. That's next, here on Play by Play. And we're back. Thanks for joining us here on Play by Play. PBA fans in Dubai, you guys are in for a treat. The league will bring two of its most popular teams to the city. Barangay Ginebra San Miguel and the San Miguel Beermen will kick off the PBA series of overseas games on October 26 at the Coca-Cola Arena in Dubai. This will be the first meeting between the two squads since SMB defeated Ginebra in Game 7 of last season's Philippine Cup semifinals. The Powerhouse Showdown also marks the PBA's first trip to the City of Gold since 2019, when the Gin Kings and the Beermen played against the NLEX Road Warriors. Now, besides the Dubai tilt, the PBA has also scheduled a couple of games in Bahrain this December. The league is also eyeing similar events in Doha, Saudi Arabia, and New York City. The overseas games are part of the league's 50th anniversary celebration.
In other news, international basketball star Jeremy Lin announces his retirement. The 37-year-old guard broke the news on his Instagram, saying that his time to walk away from the game has finally come. Despite being an undrafted player, the Taiwanese-American star broke barriers in the NBA, specifically during the 2011-2012 season. Lin went on an 11-game tear with the New York Knicks, a shocking stretch that sparked what is now known as Linsanity. During that span, Lin averaged almost 25 points, 4 rebounds, and at least 9 assists. Lin played 9 years in the NBA. Besides the Knicks, he was also a part of other NBA teams, including the Houston Rockets and the Los Angeles Lakers. Lin spent the last 3 years of his career in the Chinese Basketball Association and the Taiwanese Professional Basketball League.
On to some tennis news. Carlos Alcaraz marches into the quarterfinals of the US Open after overpowering France's Arthur Rinderknecht. Alcaraz has yet to drop a single set in the tournament. He will next play.
Meantime, the legendary Novak Djokovic makes history as he also eased into the US Open quarterfinal. Djokovic blew past German Jan-Lennard Struff in the round of 16. Final score 6-3, 6-3, 6-2. Joker was in full control the entire game, and there was little to no resistance from the world number 144 Struff. The win gives the Serbian superstar a spot in the Grand Slam quarters for a record-extending 64th time. This is also the 14th time he's entered the last 8 at Flushing Meadows. Djokovic sets up a meeting with world number 4 Taylor Fritz, the last American in the men's draw and last year's runner-up. History is on Joker's side, though, as he had won all 10 of his previous matches against Fritz. Here's Djokovic after his latest win, talking about playing at night.
Do you enjoy these night sessions more now than you did at the beginning of your career?
Yes, probably. Yes, the answer is yes, because I don't know how many more I'm going to have, so obviously each one is very special, and I want to thank you all guys for being present here tonight. It definitely helps if you serve well. I think I had a great serving performance in the last round, and also tonight I just saw the stats. I outserved one of the guys that had most aces during the tournament. Most of my career I was running, I was sliding, I was grinding on the court, so I don't think that's going to change, but at times when I have to be more aggressive and step in, I try to do that. That was the case tonight, so just, of course, pleased with the performance.
Let's talk about another sweep, this time in women's play, as defending champion Aryna Sabalenka likewise waltzes into the US Open quarters. The world number 1 breezed past unseeded Spaniard Cristina Buccia 6-1, 6-4. If you recall, Buccia is the player that eliminated our very own Alex Ayala from the women's singles tournament. Sabalenka is now headed into her 11th straight Grand Slam quarters. She also stays on track to become the first player to retain the US Open women's singles title since the GOAT, Serena Williams, won 3 in a row from 2012 to 2014. Up next for Sabalenka is Czech Republic's Markéta Vondrousová tomorrow. Sabalenka says she's not thinking about last year's run and is more focused on getting wins in her upcoming games.
In a few hours, we are in for a blockbuster showdown as Naomi Osaka and Coco Gauff clash for a spot in the US Open quarters. The match comes 6 years after their first meeting in the same tournament back in 2019. Osaka, then the defending champion, crushed a 15-year-old Gauff in the third round. Osaka says she had been aware of Gauff's great potential back then. Now, the Japanese standout is eager to measure herself again versus one of the game's current superstars. And while Osaka is still slowly rediscovering her best form following a 16-month maternity break, she is excited to face Gauff, who's grown into a top contender in New York.
I remember just knowing that she was going to be a really great tennis player, which I was right. But yeah, I mean, she was, 15 at the time? And I thought she just handled herself really well, and I knew she was going to be back there. So now to be playing her again after 6 years, I don't know if that makes me old. But yeah, just to be at this point of my life and to be playing her again is honestly, for me, feels kind of special. The one that I remember the most, I think it's because it's the most recent, was the one in Beijing, which I thought was like really unfortunate because I felt like I was playing well. So I'm honestly excited to play her now because I feel healthy and I just want to see what happens. I think everyone kind of already knew that about her, that she was going to be a really great tennis player. And for me, I feel like everyone's journeys are so specific to them. And it's been a real pleasure to see how she's kind of navigated herself and been a role model to a lot of young people, even though she's a young person herself.
Coming up, we tell you about the Sydney Marathon, which featured a couple of record-breaking finishes. That story and more when Play-by-Play returns.
play-by-play on One News. Welcome back. We got a ton of volleyball highlights for you guys tonight. We've got PLDT versus Kobe Shinwa University in the PVL Invitational Final. Let's head straight into the action. First up, from Kobe Shinwa University, the perfect receive from libero Rino Hirami, leading to a perfect 1-2 play from team captain and setter Sakura Furuta. Look at her blindside everyone, almost including her teammates. Point for Kobe Shinwa. Furuta had 4 points along with 31 excellent sets in the match. Now, we stay on the side of Kobe Shinwa. They did have some highlights. See the serve in Hirami again with the receive. Furuta then goes to the opposite, Mei Takahashi, who finds a hole in the back row. Down the line, she went for that one. Past the defense of the conference MVP, Savvy Davison. That was Takahashi, who was a spark off the bench for Kobe Shinwa, who ended up with 6 markers. And now, we go to the side of the champions, up to the high-speed hitters, 29 all in the second set. It's Ishikawa who served it to Malaluan. Catarado dug it up to Savvy Davison, and then Kobe Shinwa was there to cover. Davison tries again, but again, defensive Japanese were there. She tries again, and that time, different approach. Tried to go for the tip, which was a smart move, and the high-speed hitters went on to secure the all-important second set. Davison, of course, who was hailed the Invitational MVP, poured in 20 points in the championship match. Now, why don't we go ahead and go to another highlight from the champions. KKD with a serve. Kobe Shinwa goes to the middle, but partially blocked by the high-speed hitters. Minami Oka tries to go for the tip here, but it's dug up. KKD was there, long rally. We got action from both teams. It's Kim Fajardo sends it over, then Catarado does the same. Look at that, though. It was Sakura Furuta trying to go in the middle again, but Palumata came in big with that block. She also was huge in that match, especially in the third and fourth set. She finished with 4 points. And how can we build a highlight on the championship match without the championship point? Kobe Shinwa with a sharp serve to Davison, and Catarado dug it up to Alea Malaluan for the spike, and then that was KKD with a kill block to seal the win, to seal the championship. If that sounds familiar to you, because it's deja vu. She did the same thing to give PLDT the title in the PVL on tour just a couple of weeks back. KKD finished with 17 markers as PLDT claimed back-to-back titles in the PVL. Check, sending it over to you.
Before we go, a couple record-setting runs at the Sydney Marathon from Olympic champion Sifan Hassan of the Netherlands and Hailey Mariam Kiros of Ethiopia. Hassan crossed the line at the city's Opera House in 2 hours, 18 minutes, and 22 seconds. That's the fastest time by a woman in the history of the course. This is Hassan's 4th marathon victory after winning in London and Chicago in 2023, as well as the Olympic Games in Paris last year. As for Kiros, he set a new men's record at 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 6 seconds. It's his first victory on the elite major circuit. This is the first Sydney Marathon under the World Marathon Major Series. It featured almost 33,000 participants, including play-by-play host Andre Felix, who finished the race in 5 hours, 34 minutes, and 3 seconds. Congratulations to Andre and all the runners. Nakakapagod yun,
I know. That's why sabi ko, sige Andre, ako na lang uupo sa upuan.
Like, how are you able to finish that in 2 hours and 6 minutes?
I cannot imagine, you know. I don't think I can
na lang ako. You know how people hand out water and say, hello, thank you.
We can be that.
Thank
That is
so
gonna be
much.
our role.
But yes, no easy feat. Congratulations to everyone who joined the Sydney Marathon.
Congratulations. And that's all from us tonight. Catch us again tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV, Channel 8 on SD, and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
I'm Jot Sulit, sitting in for Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Liton-Calao. Thank you for watching. Happy Monday. Good night.
This is how we do it.